Alfie, how do you feel about AI taking your job?
Ironically, I'd be quite happy for AI to take my job because I dislike my job so much. However, AI taking like a dream job or a job I really liked, I'd be bloody furious, mate.
What about taking someone's job that you really admire? For instance, I don't know, Michael Caine. Because Matthew McConaughey and Michael Caine have signed a voice deal with an AI company called 11 Labs that allows people to now use their voices, presumably after they've passed on as well. Because Michael Caine is, of course, kind of retired, but as we know, he's come out of retirement for that one random film. But other than that, he's not quite as busy as he once was. So how do you feel about AI taking Mr. Caine's place?
I mean, if you're going to pick someone to do this with, they've picked an iconic voice. Matthew McConaughey, I don't know if his voice is as iconic as Michael Caine. I don't think I'd be able to pick out Matthew McConaughey in a big roster of people. Whereas, when you hear Mike, I know it's him.
Mike.
Do you reckon anyone's ever called him Mike?
Definitely not. All right, Mike. No, actually, no, definitely, because he is he would call you Mike.
He's a London
boy. He would
boy.
come up to you. I'm a bloody London boy, is what he'd say. And my name is Mike, or Mikey, to my close personal friends. But no, I'm furious about this news, Alp, as you can imagine. I don't think I've ever done my impression of Michael Caine on the podcast before, but let me tell you, it's not bad. So I'm a bit gutted that now AI is going to take a future job. That's a bit of income that I could have had that's now not going to come my way.
I mean, this is complete coincidence, but this is at my desk, and it's the Michael Caine Christmas decoration where he's doing the little dance from the Muppets. I forgot that had arrived. I just glanced over and saw him in his little red coat and sleeping hat. I was like, oh, look, there he is.
With a thankful heart.
Hello and welcome to episode 88 of Movie On Up with your hosts, me, Alfie Walker.
And me, Adam Barlow.
Here we are on form, bright and early on a Sunday morning. Oh, wait, no, that's when we were meant to record. Instead, it's Wednesday evening, about 10 p.m, actually, 9 p.m. So it's why we're a bit late this week.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've said this every week for the last year and a half.
88
busy
episodes.
boys. We have, though. I mean, you know, the house still. What was it you said you were doing? You put a floor down or something? I lost track.
Yeah. We had latex poured over our floor, so we couldn't touch the floor for about 6 hours, and then. What else have we done? Oh, we've had a brick fireplace built, and then we're having our loft insulated Friday, and then we're having our floor actually laid, and we had to go to Wickes to buy the underlay. It's been a whole rigmarole, mate, really.
Alfie, I don't want to be mean here, but a brick fireplace. I mean, I think you're really going above and beyond with this house. I mean, this is really taking the piss now, mate. I mean, surely you've finished it. You're just pissing about adding extra bits that you don't need.
Yeah, pretty much. Today we had it swept. We had our chimney swept today.
Here we go.
Yeah.
No, you did not.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we had our chimney swept. 'Cause every time the wind blowed, I don't think the previous owner has ever had their chimney swept. So every time the wind blowed...
because it's not the Victorian era.
Yeah, but this house was built in the 1940s, and every time there would be a little bit of wind, loads of coal would fall down the chimney onto our living room floor. So we were like, right, let's get it swept. And yeah, a little Victorian child came round today in a flat cap and shimmied up our chimney, and now it's nice and clean.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness. Wow. All these things that you just don't consider as someone who's probably never going to move out. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I'm glad that Oliver Twist did a good job. Right. What's on the agenda for today, Alf?
What's on the agenda? Adam Barlow is on full form. He may be a busy boy, but he still manages somehow to go see 4 different films, 3 of which were at the cinema, I believe. Today, Adam Barlow, is this correct? You are going to be talking about Now Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which we had a real hiccup with it before we started recording, where I wasn't quite sure what the name of this film was. And then also you're going to be reviewing Predator Badlands, you're going to be reviewing The Choral, and you're also going to be reviewing, what is this? Jonas Brothers Happy Christmas film. What is this one?
It's yeah, close enough. It's a very Jonas Christmas movie, which went on to Disney Plus of all places. This has got genuine funding behind it.
Bob Iger. It's Bob Iger's favourite.
Of course. Now I've said that, of course they had a Disney show, didn't they? So it does make sense.
Oh, they did. Yeah, you're quite right.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that explains that then. Okay. Shall we get straight into it, as we've got a lot to get through? We've also got an email from Josh Brooker later on, and we've got a game from your brother as well. So looking forward to that.
We have indeed. I think you should take it away, Adam. Why don't you tell me about Now You See Me, Now You Don't? Now You See Me, Now You Don't is the third, to my surprise, movie in this sort of franchise. From the director Ruben Fleischer, so also Zombieland and I believe Uncharted and Venom as well. How was this film, Adam? From what I'm aware, you enjoyed this one.
Yeah. Now this is a bit of a guilty pleasure franchise of mine, and even then I sort of went into this film not with the highest of hopes. I thought the trailer had some pretty weak comedy in it. You know, it's very sort of, it was sort of the dregs of MCU style humour, if you can imagine what that sounds like. Just lots of quips and being like, well, that just happened, and oh my god, did you just see that? Look behind you, that kind of thing. Very observational, straight man kind of blunt comedy, I guess. But to my surprise, I had a bloody great time with this, and that might be of some surprise to people that often respect my film opinion. It might sound like I've lost my mind, but no, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, I'd actually recommend it. It's an hour and 50 minutes, and most of the cast from the last 2 films, in fact all of them, return. So you've got Jesse Eisenberg as J. Daniel Atlas, you've got Morgan Freeman in there as Thaddeus Bradley, Isla Fisher as Henley Reeves, Dave Franco, Jack Wilder. You've got Woody Harrelson as Merritt McKinney. Who else? Who am I missing? Lizzie Kaplan from the second film. So they couldn't get Isla Fisher for the 2016 sequel, but in this one they got them both, which I think is a really sweet touch. Rosamund Pike plays the villain, who is this South African, real, ironically, heartless character who trades diamonds and sort of helps to money launder for really the worst people in the world, and she's basically the head of this really corrupt company. But then you've got newcomers in here, and if I list off these 3 people, it becomes clear that they must have looked at okay, who's the top 5 young actors working today? Can we get all of them? And they managed to get 3. They got Ariana Greenblatt, who was of course young Gamora in Avengers Infinity War. She was in the Barbie film. Right. She was in something else recently as well, but so she's in it. Justice Smith, who was in that Detective Pikachu film, that was it.
He was in Jurassic
He was in
as well,
Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And then you've got Dominic Sessa in his first film, I believe, after the Holdovers. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. It's his first role after the Holdovers, yeah.
I could be wrong.
It's definitely his first major one, right? Should have a quick look.
Oh, he's in Oh, What Fun and Toe, but I don't know if those 2 are out yet, so we'll see. It's kind of a weird film for him to step into afterwards, but you know what? He kind of does give Jesse Eisenberg vibes, so I do kind of understand it. Yeah, so this film picks up a few years after the second one, and the 4 horsemen, who are the main 4/5 magicians, they're up to their old tricks, but they've actually fallen out off screen, because it's been actually 9 years since the last film came out, can you believe it? Which is kind of mad. But they get reunited by the Eye, who have sent them all these sort of tarot cards. And that then leads them on to this new group, this trio of magicians, who are impersonating them with holograms and doing a similar sort of ruse as the Horsemen did in the first film, where they steal money from corrupt, party people and redistribute the money. I think technical term there, Ralph. And they redistribute the money to, those more fortunate, less fortunate than who they steal it from, basically.
Robbing the rich to feed the poor.
Exactly. That would make a great character, wouldn't it? Especially if they were set in the middle of England.
Yeah, maybe you dress him up as a fox too.
Yeah. Give him a mate who's really big, but also his name is Little. Oh dear, gone delusional already. Yes, so as I said, Rosamund Pike's the villain. She is kind of hamming it up here, and I don't know if her character entirely works. I think her South African accent's a little bit dodgy. I'm led to believe she was also South African in the Bond film that she was in, one of the Pierce Brosnan films.
Are we thinking of Saltburn Mother, Wheel of Time?
Yes.
That's Rosamund Pike, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yes, it was South African in Die Another Day, of course, in 2002. Not the best Bond film, but still, she's there. Good on her, getting those paychecks. But no, she's, as I say, hamming it up, but having a great time with it. And her enjoyment of the role is kind of infectious, and it does kind of make it work, I've got to say. So, yeah, these two magician groups join forces, and they've got to take down her company, basically, for reasons that the film explains in a really roundabout, convoluted way. You can kind of tell I'm struggling to summarise this film because so much goes on. It's kind of like a James Bond film with all the globe-trotting action. There's really great fight scenes in here. I'm sure you must have seen, I know you haven't seen the second film, but you must have seen the card scene where they're flicking it around the high security, like, IT vault or whatever it is. It's like loads of scenes like that where it's obviously CGI, but it's done in such a slick way and so kind of choreographed. It's like, you know what? I kind of love it. It's really sort of stupid, but at the same time brilliant. And I can only imagine this is what people feel like when they watch a Transformers movie and enjoy them, which I've never really got into. But I can understand why just watching this sort of, flashy, popcorn flick really works for people, and it certainly works for me. I think the cast will do a great job. That the chemistry's great. I think the script really suffers from being perhaps a bit bloated. You've got the 5 horsemen plus 3 more plus all the side characters. It's too many people really, and that's even without mentioning some of the cameos that come back. Morgan Freeman's only in it for a little bit, but yeah, the fact that you've got Morgan Freeman there and he only has like 10 lines is mad. So the budget of this film must be ridiculous. But from what I understand, people have said the script's a bit messy and it doesn't quite recapture the first film's magic. But I couldn't disagree more. I thought, yeah, the script is a problem, but as I said in my Letterboxd review, I think the key to any magic trick is the distraction, and in this case, it's the camaraderie of the characters, and it's the music, and it's the locations, and just the slickness of it all that distracts me from how bad it probably is. Like if you wrote this out as a novel or a book, it would probably make no sense at all. But when you're just sat in it and you're like grinning from ear to ear, and it's like so joyously funny and determined to entertain you with any trick it can possibly pull out the bag, you've just got to admire it at a certain point. And I really had a good time with it. I can't lie. And apparently it's done all right at the box office, and the 4th one is in the works. So I'm a bit surprised, to be honest with you, that we're even revisiting this franchise with a 3rd one. Having said that, it's been 9 years since the last one. But hey, if this revitalizes it, and maybe they'll do another 2 or 3 in quick succession, I'm actually here for it. I would happily go and watch some more.
I cannot wait to hear what pun they pull out the bag for the 4th one.
Me too. Yeah, that'll be a bloody magic trick in itself. Now, it could be, maybe they could join forces with Wicked, seeing as they're coming to a close. So you could have what's the song she sings in the trailer? It's like Abracadabra, just call it Now You See Me Now, Now You Don't. Abracadabra.
I love the way we don't know the lyrics to that, but I just know the theme exactly like you just hummed. Like,
listeners, I promise you that joke would be really funny if we had the lyrics in front of us.
Maybe we'll bring it back for next week when we review Wicked.
yeah. My biggest complaint about the film is that it's not terrible, at least in my opinion, because I really wanted to just come on the podcast and say, now I've seen it, I wish I hadn't, that sort of thing. But yeah, unfortunately, I quite liked it, so I can't slag it off.
I haven't heard you speak about this one at all, Adam, so I'm quite excited to hear what you say. Mainly because the only other review I've seen was Lewis Ayres, which said, if I remember correctly, Predator, bad. That was his full Letterboxd review. Just Predator, bad. From Dan Trachtenberg, who I believe did Cloverfield. I think he did a lot of Lost as well. I think he's done quite a lot of TV. He then did Prey, I believe, which was the one from a couple of years ago, which got really, really popular. And we've now got this one, Predator Badlands. Might be worth saying to start off, where is your head at with the Predator universe? Have you seen the originals or have you skipped them?
This is where I'm not best placed to do a review on this, but I'm going to have to anyway because I do a film podcast. I haven't seen any of the other Predator films. I've seen bits of Prey when my brother Guy was watching it. But I'll get on to it. I actually think this film is more of an Alien sequel because Weyland-Yutani is name-dropped about 20 times in this film. And Elle Fanning is a... God, I know Alien Earth said, like, there's 3 different types. I've forgotten all 3 of them. She's one of those. One of the robot cyborg things. And she's kind of... she's the side character, but
she's synthetic, right?
She's the one that can... Yeah, that's it, thank you. She is kind of the emotional core of the film, I suppose, because she can actually speak, whereas the Predator is, occasionally captioned, but is normally just, like, clicking its tongues and fangs and stuff. So I will say, as someone who really doesn't know much about Predator at all, but who has seen a handful of the Alien films and enjoys them, I had a decent time with this. I think it speaks volumes that I haven't really seen anyone speak about this. And I saw it last Monday, so at time of recording that was about 8-9 days ago. And I'll be honest, I really don't remember much about it.
Other than the fact it references a better film, Alien. Yeah,
literally. I remember at the time being like, I'd had a long day at work and I was like, okay, it was very to the wire with me actually making this screening in time, but I managed to do it, and it's kind of fine. Like, it starts out with a really extended opening sequence. It's about 15 minutes before the title drops, which I think is always such an art housey, like, oh, we're going to be alternative, which sometimes it really works, other times it just doesn't. I remember it had sort of quite creative location title cards, which, oh my god, sorry, I know we've finished the review, but location title cards in Now You See Me, Now You Don't, it's like optical illusions, and like it breaks the fourth wall with like the camera lens flare and stuff, which is definitely like such an arsehole way of doing it, but it's so stupidly over the top. Like, they've really bent over baquards to do it. I'm like, you know what, that's actually really good. I'm just gonna clap. So I really like that. It might piss some people off, but I thought it's quite endearing. And the same can be said for Predator Badlands. It's sort of got a very almost Star Wars-esque font, I would say. That Badlands without the line in the A and stuff, it looks very I don't know, it doesn't scream Predator to me. And again, I say that, I know, as someone who's not seen them, but that's just not my interpretation of what that franchise and character and species is. But anyway, I liked the tech that the Predator has. I know that's nothing new, but it all kind of looks quite good. It's a 12A, so it's not as gory as the other ones. It's more, I've seen people say it's a bit Disney-fied, and I can kind of tell, even as someone who's not seen the other films, it does seem like a little bit family-friendly and restrained at times, But that's not to say there's not good action in it. I think all the choreography is pretty interesting and fun, for the most part. But I think it probably struggles because it's very simple. Not a lot is going on, if I'm honest. You've got two characters. I mean, one that's a fish out of water, and the other one that is the runt of a group of. Do you know what the predator species is called?
Oh, Jesus!
It's really difficult to pronounce, but he comes from a clan of them, and he's kind of. Oh, sorry. Here we go. A Yautja. Is that it? Yautja
Did
Prime.
you just kick your toe on the table?
Yautja.
Yautja.
I'm gonna start doing that now. Next time I get a paper cut, Yautja. When I break a bone, Yautja. Anyway, stupid. Moving on. Yeah, it's a really hard film to discuss because, as I say, it's just not a lot is going on. It's more of an Alien sequel. Elle Fanning's good in it. I've seen people joking about the fact that she's got how can I put this, voluptuous curves, which of course I've not taken.
All right, Grandad.
At all. All right, how would you say it?
I just mean making that comment anyway. Let alone like.
What do you mean?
Just bringing up a lady's appearance. We're in 2025, mate.
Well, yeah, but it's all over Twitter. Oh, wait. Yes, I see. I still have done that.
Incels and right-wingers over there, mate. So.
That explains that one. But no, she's very good in this film, actually, I would say. She's kind of the glue that holds it all together, I suppose, because obviously the actor playing Deck, I think is his name, yeah, who's the predator, he is heavily hidden behind prosthetics and practical effects and stuff. I think the CGI for the most part is pretty good. There might be a couple scenes here and there where it's a little bit ropey, but it wasn't distracting at any point. Yeah, it's just a very weird film. It almost doesn't feel real. I don't think anyone's talking about it, which is strange. And the opening 10 minutes, which I sort of started to say, is a really extended sequence where you're kind of just dropped into it. And it's like Star Wars meets Dune. In fact, I've never seen something so blatantly rip off Dune as much as this, because it opens up with like a quote, exactly how Dune starts, and then you've got someone throat singing, and it's like,
really?
I'm like, this is literally
Wow.
Dune. I was like, is this Dune Messiah already? What's happening here? Have they put the wrong film on? Then it zooms into this desert, again, very Dune-esque, onto a little rodent-like creature, which Dune does as well. And like, are you taking the Mickey? The Mickey Mouse?
Michael Mouse.
Mike Mouse. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a callback. But yeah, I was a little bit sort of not really paying attention to the film. There's some standout scenes here and there, but it's not anything to write home about. As you can probably tell, I've already kind of forgotten what happens. But I do think it's not bad, but it's definitely forgettable. It's definitely bland. I would say if Lewis says Predator bad, I'll say Predator bland.
The thing is with this franchise, I've only ever seen the first one with Arnie, right, from 87.
Get to the chopper.
Yes, the most famous line. I'm not a huge fan of the design of the Predators, really. I think it doesn't do it for me. Like the xenomorphs in Alien, I think are so cool, and all the lore in that I love, but in this, I just don't get it. I think it's a little bit weird that in this film, they're trying to make him hot, aren't they? That's what they're doing there. They've got a hot man playing him. They've got rid of any sort of armour. So
I didn't read that, but okay.
I think that's the consensus here. Not the head, but they've sort of like stripped him down to... They've gotten rid of any armour. They've sort of just given him a very human body. And then he's got the very alien face. it just seems like the franchise that's renegated to TV for me. A TV show would have been much more fitting, I think. It's not a franchise I'm a huge fan of. Have you ever seen the Alien vs Predator films?
No, but the entire time I was watching this, because obviously I kind of just sat back about halfway through, I was like, oh, so this is just an Alien film then, isn't it? And then I was thinking the entire time, who would win? But I kind of don't want to watch the film because I know obviously one of them does win. I think it's, well, I won't speculate, but I think it's the Xenomorph. I could be wrong. But I was spending the whole time like, which one would win? Because the Predator is really cool. I think the tech is great. I'm kind of with you. In some shots I really liked the design, but in others I don't really like it. So it's kind of hard to, I don't really know what my opinion is on it. I'm very down the middle with it. I don't know.
He looks so different to what the Predator in the previous films looked like. I don't know what the choice was. It's just, yeah, it doesn't really interest me. I think the Alien is the superior IP, if you will. You think how engaged, I mean, we say that, and we didn't watch the TV show Alien Earth. We never finished it, did we? But Alien Romulus, for example, how engaged that got people with the IP, and I liked it. I loved it. You really liked it. And this just hasn't done anything like that.
Yeah. It really feels like they put all their Predator Alien money into that show and really put their best screenwriters onto that. And then this was the sort of Joyride project that they were like, oh, we'll put this out at a similar time. And even then, remember they did that Predator animated film on Disney Plus this year as well, just a couple of months ago. Apparently that was really good. I haven't seen it, but it sounds like even that was better. So, yeah, interesting.
We're going to break the flow with an email. This one coming in from podcast regular Josh Brooker. To the Anton Deck of the film podcast realm. I thought it best to write in to confirm that I'm still alive, listening, and didn't perish from all the film going of the LFF, even if at times it felt like the sound design of the Sierra. What film was that? Is that the one we were going to go see?
No, that was... Josh and I reviewed it. That was it in our LFF episode, probably the second one we did.
What was wrong with it?
And we saw it in IMAX.
Really bad.
Yeah, it was like they go for a drug trip and rave for half the film, and then they step on landmines and die, and that's it.
Jesus Christ!
It's really a 3 bullet point film. Take LSD, go to rave, step on mine.
Truth be told, I haven't seen very much since then, and what I have seen has been wonderfully covered by you both, though I would just like to state the following. The other week I double billed both Begonia and K-pop Demon Hunters, and of the two I enjoyed Demon Hunters more. Sorry Yorgos stans, not sorry. 2, because of how much Cineworld kept shoving the I Swear trailer before basically every film since the end of July, to the point I could hear Spunk for Milk in my dreams. I had no intention of seeing the film. Reluctantly, I went to see it after the glowing review on Movie On Up, and I'm glad I did because I absolutely loved it. It was so wonderfully heartfelt funny, and probably will be my top 10 of the year, and I wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't for you both. So tar for that, fellas. That's high regard there, mate. That's what this podcast meant to do. Listen to that, advertisers.
Yeah.
We made one person go to the cinema.
At Joe and Seth's Popcorn. Give us an ad deal for crying out loud.
Literally. That is the dream. Now I've got the general housekeeping out of the way, I'll get to the reason for this email. Earlier today, at the time this email was written, I went along to see both The Running Man and The Choral. While I thought The Running Man was terrific, though let a tad down by the ending, my main gripe is with The Choral, or how my screening had some of the worst cinema etiquette I've ever encountered. It's worth stressing I was the youngest person in this screening by at least 30 to 40 years. Before the film began, a pair of old ladies tried to ask me to move out of my chosen seat because they were certain they'd booked that seat. after a polite on my part, impolite on theirs, to and fro, they went to try and get the manager to kick me out. In their words, youngsters who don't know their manners like you deserve to be banned. After getting one of the staff in, who confirmed I was in fact sitting in the seat I'd booked, and after one of them arguing with the staff, during which I learned that because they got confused about the position of the screen, they were in fact booked about 2 rows from the very back of the screen. They eventually took their seats near the back. This was all before the trailers started. Side point, considering the audience for a film like The Choral, why did whoever sequenced the trailers think that the audience needed the near schizophrenic triple bill of a Westlife reunion concert, Pillion, yes, that Pillion, and H is for Hawk? The real cherry on the top was during the film itself. About 45 minutes or so in, the woman sat 4 seats away from me, began to fall asleep. I don't mean light snores, I mean full, almost warthog impressions. I could understand if it was at least an attempt to harmonise with the work of Edgar. But it was loud as the damn film. The gentleman sat behind her decided that instead of going out to ask the staff to wake her up or leave, or even tap her on the shoulder, that the solution to the snoring was to whack the woman on the shoulder with his walking stick. Not a light tap, a full-on hit, which had the impact causing sounds to turn from a warthog to a wounded banshee. Suffice to say, the woman did then go and could tell the staff, and the gentleman and his stick were asked to leave. And after all that, in case you were wondering, I thought the film was okay. A tad dull, but Rafe finds, and the music, especially the singing of the Amara Okiki as Mary, did a lot of the heavy lifting to make the film tolerable. I hope you're both keeping well this time of year. Keep up the grit. This is too much. I can really picture it in my head. What a horrible experience. Keep up the great work. And if you'll excuse me, I've got a watch list to fight. Here's Looking at You, Ballad of a Small Player, Header, House of Dynamite, Roma, Jeremiah Johnson, etc., etc. Oh, and if the 2 ladies who tried to steal my seat are listening, I hope each has a stone permanently lodged in each of their shoes. Slightly premature, festive regards, me. Cheers, Josh. That was a great one.
That man knows how to write an email. I mean, my God, what a journey.
It's constructed. Wow. Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's a film. It
is.
It could be a film.
And probably a better film than The Choral, which we'll get onto now.
Now, last week, it would have been last week on the pod, you were saying we recorded Saturday morning, and Saturday afternoon you had a ticket to see The Choral and you had a ticket to see Begonia. You chose The Choral, Adam. Did it live up to the hype and the excitement that your Saturday afternoon was going to bring you?
Did it? Beep.
No, did it fuck?
The Choral. Okay. Let me be a professional film reviewer here for a second. This tells the story of, I don't know if it's a true story, if it's inspired by true events or what, but it seems like the kind of story that would have happened in every corner of the UK in, circa 1940, whenever this is set. It tells the story of a choir in a sort of local village and how the wounded soldiers rarely return, obviously, from battle. And if they do, they are shell-shocked and they are broken as a people. And this tells the story of how they use music to, enrich their lives and really find happiness again, which in itself sounds like quite a nice idea. And you've also got, as a sort of B plot there, or sort of, as a secondary thing going on, you've got Ralph Fiennes, who plays Dr. Henry Guthrie, who has spent a lot of time in Germany, who was a big fan of the culture there, the art and the music there. But obviously now that the war's broken out, he's come back and everyone is teasing him and really a bit afraid of like, oh, exactly what part of the culture did you like in Germany? You know, what exactly do you miss about being in Germany now you're home? So he doesn't really feel like he fits in, but he's drafted in after the old choir master is sent off to war to fight. So he's like their last resort. They know he's very talented, but obviously he's got a checkered past, and they're not sure if they can quite trust him. But anyway, regardless, he's brought in, and he's a real perfectionist, and manages to whip this choir into shape, and actually change the demographic of the choir. So it was sort of stuffy old ladies doing it, but by the end of the film, as I said, it's soldiers doing it, it's families, it's people of all ages, all backgrounds, all skin colours, you know, genders, all sexualities. It's a real mix of people, which is quite wholesome. And they basically work to pull off a big theatrical display using the music of Edward Elgar's The Dream of Gerontius, and they take it and plop it into the present day of the film and do it as though it's a soldier about to die and is sort of being guided through to the afterlife, basically, by a nurse. So that's quite, it sounds quite a little bit pompous, maybe, a little bit stuffy, a little bit. You know,
it sounds fairly heartwarming, though. I think it sounds, especially for the date it was released around. It seemed like being on Remembrance, being like that close to it. I think it knows its sort of audience, what it's going for, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those quaint British films, a bit like The Salt Path, a bit like Wicked Little Letters. It's in that sort of vein.
Our favourite Empire of Light.
Empire of Light. Oh god, no one talks about this film. Literally, Alf. Nobody even remembers that film, but it gets a fucking mention on our podcast Every week. We need to get Sam Mendes on and just be like, look, mate, we've been championing. Well, he doesn't need to know that we've been slagging off, but look, mate, we mention Empire of Light every damn week.
Every time Sam Mendes gets a paycheck through and it says someone's bought it on Amazon, it's because one of our viewers has been forced to go watch it.
Yeah, Empire of Light, these guys really hate it. Yeah, it's so bad. Anyway, yeah, this film was kind of, I do agree with what Josh briefly said in his email. It should be quite heartwarming, as you say, and it should be quite a sweet film, but I actually felt it was just a little bit too twee. It was really like a little bit dull at points. It's very safe, except for there's one point in particular where it completely has a tonal shift, at least in my mind, where it went from being the film I've described to being a sort of really awkward coming of age, like teen drama, like Euphoria. Which sounds as out of the blue as you'd expect it to. It's grounded in a pretty sad, albeit uncomfortable part of the war that I guess people don't really think about, is that wives would move on, right, if their husband was missing in battle, and when he comes back, it might be that, you know, she doesn't want to go back with him. And there's one character in this who is played by... I don't know if I'm able to find his name. Hang on. It's Jacob Dudman, who's been in a few British projects. Is himself, you know, a pretty good actor. He plays a character called Clyde, who has returned from war. His wife's moved on, and there's a moment where they sort of have a heart-to-heart, and then says basically, a bit out of the blue, that he's really sexually frustrated, and he's had his right arm, blown off in the war, and then he requests that she helps relieve him of the situation, which is an awkward thing to watch in the cinema, especially when, as Josh said, you are the youngest in the room by about 40 years. So that has scarred me in some ways.
No ageism here, Adam Barlow. They've all been there. They've all done that. Come on.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe some of them still are. So
maybe some of them were doing it in the cinema.
What's it called? The silver screener, where the pensioners get in for like a £5.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Yeah, it's kind of all I have to say about the Choral. I'm sorry if these reviews have been a bit lackluster this week, but again, this has been like almost 3 weeks since I saw it, and again, it's a bit like Predator Badlands. The fact that I don't have much to say about it is
Put that on the poster.
It's more damning,
a bit like
frankly.
Predator Badlands, right on the top.
The Choral and Predator Badlands, my God. That's so funny. Yeah, imagine someone doing a double bill of the Choral and Predator Badlands and be like, oh, well, Adam said they were quite similar. So, yeah, in the way that you won't remember them about a week later, which is, yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I just found it was a bit Fausty, it's a bit stuffy, and it wasn't quite for me. And I would be lying if I said I didn't yawn continuously, which is a bit of a shame, especially when it has got Ralph Fiennes front and centre. You've got Roger Allen, Mark Alan Armstrong, Simon Russell Beale. It's a good cast.
Yeah, there's some decent actors there. Mark Addy's excellent. Yeah, Ralph Fiennes, Oscar nominee Ralph Fiennes. Was this his Oscar bid for this year? Because
probably. I mean, you've got Conclave from last year, which I think that won. Did it win Best Picture? I can't remember. It did at the BAFTAs, but then was it Anora that won Best Picture?
Yeah, Nora won Best Picture.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a shame that this is his follow-up. He himself is great, but that's no surprise. It's just a bit of an easy role for him to take on, if I'm honest. He didn't seem to have stretched himself as much here, which I think, again, added to the sort of safe, twee feeling of the whole thing.
Adam Barlow, remind me, on our thumbnail art, on our Spotify profile, on our SoundCloud profile, what does the tagline say?
It says reviews, impressions, and laughs.
There we go. Well, I think we review every week, do we not?
Yeah, maybe not this week, but most weeks, yeah.
I think we also have witty banter and laughs.
That's completely true. I couldn't agree more, yeah.
Impressions, though, sometimes they don't make an appearance.
Well, I guess you always want to leave them wanting more, Alf. That's what I always say.
Our friend of the show, Lenny, has sent in a sound game for you to play. There are 8 impressions of Disney films.
Okay.
So he has done the sound himself. He has done the clip. 8 different, I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait, 7. 7 clips that he has recorded of him doing impressions of Disney scenes. You've got to tell me, what Disney film is it from?
Oh, Lenny's doing the oh, this is fantastic. Oh my goodness, this is I knew he had a game in the works, and I knew you'd been a bit quiet about it, so I knew it'd be something special, but this is above my wildest dreams. Okay, I'm very excited. Let's get into it, I guess.
Go for it. Clip number 1.
What are you doing in here? I'm just familiarizing myself with the vegetables. Get out! One can get too familiar with vegetables, you know.
Oh my God. Right. Okay, you've really sent it there, Lenny. Wow. Crikey, it was you went method. And it's all Disney films, you said?
Yeah, almost all Pixar, actually.
Okay,
So
that helps. I'm presuming that was meant to be a French accent. I could be wrong. Was it Ratatouille?
yeah, well done, it's Ratatouille. Me and Lenny often quote this line to each other. It's where Linguini is in the pantry talking to Remy the rat, and then the head chef Skinner, the little midget guy, walks in and just sees him talking to the rat, and he turns the light off, turns the light back on, and the rat's gone. And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, just familiarizing myself with the vegetables.
I really like that. That's such a... I don't think I've ever got that joke, but that's such a dirty joke for a kid's film as well. Like, goodness me. Wowcher.
There we go. Number 1. Well done. Well done, Adam Barlow. I think you'll get this next one. Have a listen to clip number 2.
Yes, marvellous, isn't it? Much better than those horrible pyjamas he used to wear. They are finished, darling. When are you coming to see? Don't make me beg, darling. I won't do it, you know.
So
The impression is excellent on that one.
that's really good. Oh my goodness. Wow. It was when he already started it like sort of 3 octaves higher than he needed to, and then he goes even higher at the end, which is that's blowing my mind a little bit. Wow. That is, of course, Edna Mode from The Incredibles. But Alfie, you lied. You said these were all impressions from Lenny, but that's just a screen recording, surely.
Yeah, that one's just a clip of the film from YouTube. He cut off.
I see. Bit of a curveball there for me. Naughty.
Go for it. Number 3.
Hey, who ordered the poo-poo platter?
Is that it? Okay.
That's it. It's giving Danny DeVito, not going to lie.
Yeah. I like to hear Nicolas Cage do a line read for that. Hey, who ordered the poo-poo platter? I've got no idea on that one, I'm afraid. I mean, is it Pixar?
It's an underrated Pixar film, yeah.
So not one of the Toy Stories then. I was thinking Toy Story. I couldn't tell you which character, but not that then. Not Monsters, Inc., I presume. Not Finding Nemo. What's an underrated Pixar film?
It's in my top 5 Pixar, easily.
Okay, right. But it's not WALL-E, I don't think. It's not The Incredibles. It's gosh. What am I missing? Turning Red's not in your top. That's not, surely.
No.
Soul?
This is A Bug's Life.
Oh, of course. Yeah. That works. Yeah, we've discussed this a lot, I think, in Bug's Life, but it's the Pixar film I've probably seen more than anything, but not for 10 years, which is such a weird label to put on it. It was just always playing, like, in the car, just on loop. It was always in the DVD player, so it would start every time the car started, and whenever we go on day trips...
Just going to Tesco, first 10 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah, literally.
First 10 minutes. I
don't know why we never put a different DVD in, but there we are. We just decided to watch Jerry's Game all the time, I guess. That's good. That's good. If I'm gonna miss one, I'm glad it's Bug's Life. Anyway, okay. Next clip.
Should have no problem with this next clip, Adam. Number 4.
Hey, what you got here that's free? What about that pistachio ice cream? No, wasabi. Oh, same old. How about you?
Again, a really good mater. That is the phenomenal movie, Cars 2. I'm glad that he didn't go for a Finn McMissile quote because he didn't want to step on my toes, clearly, or roll on my tyres. But yeah, that's really good. That's such a weird scene, isn't it? When he thinks it's ice cream, doesn't he? And then he thinks
it's
himself
pistachio ice cream, but it's actually it's wasabi, and then he does piss himself. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. What a film.
Okay.
I always like what's the bad guy's name? Is it Professor Z? And he's like Finn McMissile. He's so Germanic or Russian, I guess. I don't know.
He's got this Nazi car. Yeah, he's literally like meant to be some kind of German SS officer. Like
Finn
it's just giving. It's totally meant to be the German from Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? He's even got like the glasses on.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right.
It's meant to be him, isn't it? The one who gets his hand burned. Yeah.
Mixed with Blofeld, I guess, as well from.
Yeah, it's true. Actually.
Crazy. Okay, next clip.
Number 5.
I just got us into a little place called Harryhausen's. Harryhausen's? But it's impossible to get a reservation there. Not for Googly Bear. I'll see you quitting time and not a moment later. Okay, sweetheart? Think romantical thoughts. You and me, both of us together.
Wow. Again, that one he's really gone the full 9
He's
yards.
hamming it up. He's giving it a full effort, I must say.
Yeah. Is that, I don't know for sure, is it Mike Wazowski?
It is Mike Wazowski, yeah.
It's a very good, it's a very, very good Mike Wazowski, I've got to say. And was that him singing at the end as Mike Wazowski? Yeah. I really rate that. That's very good. I presume it's from Monsters Inc. when he's flirting with like the receptionist.
It is, yeah, you got it,
Yeah.
you got it.
If I were a rich man. No, I can't do it. It's so bad. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a throwback to like the first episodes of this podcast.
The edits of the audio where it just gets progressively worse. Like it's him in like a hellscape and it's just yeah. Like he's in a wind tunnel. Oh man, good times.
You can unlock doors, sneak past guards, climb the wall, but if you don't take out that monkey, you ain't going nowhere. You want to get out of here? Get rid of that monkey.
Is this Pixar again?
It is, yeah.
In which film is there a monkey? This is probably really simple. Why am I blanking?
Yeah, you're going to kick yourself if you don't guess this.
And there's an actual monkey in this film. Oh.
That would be telling, I think.
Right, okay. So there isn't a monkey in this film. I can't... I'm trying to think... Why am I blanking on this? I should have a list of...
Why don't you think outside the toy box?
Right, okay, well, okay. Yeah, but which Toy Story film? Not the first one.
I cannot believe you haven't got this.
When is there a monkey in Toy Story? Is there one in the fourth one? I know there's the little like slappy doll thing. Is there one that like claps?
It's Toy Story 3, my man, when they're stuck inside the nursery and the monkey is the security guard who watches the cameras when they're trying to escape. It's got the symbols on its hands.
Toy Story theme monkey. Do you know what? That was a real like... Oh, of course. Yeah. I forgot that was a thing though. Do you know what I was thinking of? Just the monkey from that like bad horror film.
Yeah, the monkey, yeah. Which is... Didn't they want to do the symbols, but Disney trademarked the monkey with symbols, so that's why they had to give it a drum instead in that film.
Yeah, I've just seen the Collider article on that. Yeah, you're right. Wow. I forgot that was in it. That's really terrifying as well. There's a shot here with his like mouth wide open and his eyes popping out. Good lord. That's really not very nice, is it? Okay, I don't want that on my search history. Next clip, please.
Next clip. This is number 7.
Let's see. Take responsibility for my own life or blame you? Ding, ding, ding. Blame you.
Ding, ding, ding. Blame you.
I don't think you'll get this, mate.
It's not Pixar then, or is it?
This is the only non-Pixar, but it is still Disney. And from what I'm aware, this is Lenny's favourite Disney film.
Oh, so it's going to be something weird, isn't it? No offence. It's going to be something really niche. It's going to be something that you probably showed him from 2005. Is it going to be Chicken Little? Like,
No, but there's quite a good guess. It's Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, of course. Similar animation, actually.
Yeah, similar time frame. And you were quite right. I definitely showed him it on DVD. And yeah.
Who is it that says that line?
It's the Matt Bowler Hat guy, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's at the end where he's like, he like tells them when it does the like villain flashback, he's like, I was hated by everyone. And it does a flashback at school and everyone's like, hey group, hey, how you doing? And they're all being really friendly to him.
Oh, yes. Yeah, of course. That film, just the posters look so wild. I couldn't tell you what that's about. There's a dinosaur in one corner. There's just an old bloke, some guy that looks a bit like Prince Harry. Yeah,
Underrated
okay.
film, I think. I think it's an underrated one.
Maybe I'll go back and watch that. Maybe I will check it out.
final clip from Lenny here, number 8.
What do you think you're doing? Raising a little money for charity? Oh yeah? Well, stop it. You want us to stop raising money for charity? That's not cool. Hey, this guy hates charity.
I don't want to say he ran out of steam with that one, but it's sort of, it feels like he was under time pressure. Maybe he was recording this, I don't know, before your parents got back home, and maybe he had to rush this one.
And they pulled up in the drive as he was getting to the number 8.
Yeah, and he lost his nerve. Yeah,
the key was turning in the front door as he started recording.
had to do it like closed to muffle the sound. Oh man, that totally fabricated situation is really funny in my mind. I don't know what that is. Someone who stopped someone raising money for charity. Gosh, yeah, I don't know on that one.
When I listened to this was the only one I didn't get. I knew all of them apart from this one. It's Monsters University, which I've only seen maybe twice. So,
Okay.
Many people champion Monsters University over Monsters Inc. Actually,
I think if you were to ask me like gun to the head now, which one do I prefer? I've definitely seen Monsters Uni more, and I think, and this isn't really fair on it because Monsters Inc. was, is 25 years old or so. I think the animation obviously is so much nicer. It's really nice in Monsters Uni that actually I probably do prefer that one. But again, it's been ages since I saw Monsters Inc. and I'm well overdue a rewatch. So yeah,
that's one for the
on
Christmas, mate. One to watch over Christmas, I think.
Yeah, you're right. I will add that to the list. Amazing. Well, Lenny, thank you so much for that. That was a brilliant game. And aside from when you chickened out at the end, I thought it was really committed.
And finally, Adam is revealing a very Joan-ass Christmas movie. Take it away. Was this one you saw in the cinema, or was it watching it like at home in the dark with the lights off, cuddled up in bed? What was the situation? I think it's quite key to the review.
Yeah, you're right. So I'd been looking forward to this for about a month. Genuinely, I'm not actually taking the mick here. I'm a big fan of the Jonas Brothers, as you know. Alf, I saw
Who's
them
your
last
favourite?
year. Thought Joe Jonas, if you must know.
I must, thank you.
And when I saw they were doing a Christmas film, I've not seen any of their other films because I'm not 4. So this is the first one I've seen of theirs. But I've got to say, I was really impressed with their humour. It's got a huge amount of like pop culture references and silly jabs at one another. And they're kind of not afraid to make themselves characters and sort of play up to the stereotypes of who they are in the band. So Joe obviously broke up recently with Sophie Turner.
Oh,
and in this
they
film,
broken up?
Yeah, it was huge, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So in this, he's like a womanizer, and he's getting literally slut-shamed by his brothers for like even talking to a girl in this film, which is quite funny. You've got Nick, who is a bit of a control freak here. He's really detail-oriented, and is very picky about, every decision that the band makes. The whole process of how they go through life and booking hotels and booking gigs, all that stuff. And you've got Kevin, who is obviously, hasn't had really a solo career. Is a bit of, he's sort of the quieter one. And there's a moment in this where he just bursts out saying, "I want to sing," at like a really pivotal point where they're arguing, and they're like, "What, right now?" And it's about him trying, like, his plot in this film is just like being goofy, being the relatable everyday man, but then also trying to, get his thoughts across when you've got two such strong personalities. But Alf, sorry, you look like you're about to burst out saying a comment.
Only that when you Google this film and it comes up with a very Jonas Christmas movie cast, I've got Kevin Jonas's photo. It's absolutely abysmal, and he's not third billed either. He's like down the list in the billing list, and his photo that they are using on the Google thing is absolutely horrendous. This poor man.
Yeah, crikey, good lord. He looks like an Elvis Presley tribute
Yes,
act.
that's exactly what he looks like. He looks like
It's
Elvis Presley.
It's so 2008, that photo, isn't it? My God.
Oh,
They've really done him dirty there.
sideburns, the like scarf he's got on. It's an awful picture, and that's
Quite
his
horrific,
main one
isn't
that
it?
comes up. Like, because they're quite an attractive set of gentlemen. Like, I think Joe Jonas is probably the best looking. Nick Jonas is also known for being like a bit of a hunk, and then you've got Kevin. My God,
Yeah. Who is also hot, but like
not
yeah,
in that
photo's
photo.
Yeah, no, not there at all. Yeah, crikey. I was really impressed, as I say, with their humour. I think it's just a really playful film. It knows how cheesy it is. It knows that it shouldn't have been made. But you know what? They had a budget, and god damn it, they used it all up. You know, it's really good fun. I genuinely recommend it. If you're a fan of the Jonas Brothers, absolutely go and watch this. It's on Disney Plus. But it's basically the most cliche Hallmark Christmas film you'll see this year, or any year for that matter. It's basically them at the end of a tour. They're all a bit burnt out, and the family magic just isn't there anymore. Alf, can I get an "oh"?
Oh,
Okay, moving on.
I'll add a sound effect in.
Okay, and not the jump scare noise. Listeners, you might have noticed in the Halloween episode, I left you a little sneaky surprise, a little jump scare sound effect and some stormy weather, and you used it for the Frankenstein intro, and it didn't get past me unnoticed, and I appreciate it. Well done. Good work there.
This is so a tangent, but you just sounded a bit weird when you went, like, what film are we reviewing next, Adam? And you just went, Frankenstein. And it was just like, okay. So
Well, that's how
I just sprinkled in a little horror music, and it was, wow. Now it's all themed.
Right. Doesn't he say, like, I'm Victor Frankenstein at one point, and then he drops that accent for the rest of the film? It's
sounds
not
about
important.
right,
It's not important.
yeah.
Anyway. Back to the Jonas Christmas movie, I guess. I had a great time with it, and the music is really silly. You might have seen now in the cast that you've got Will Ferrell there in a cameo role, who plays the biggest Jonas Brothers groupie, which is so stupid. Like, the fact that he was willing to do it, I'm like, yeah, mate, why not? You've got Andrew Barth Feldman, who is in an absolute standout scene. And I don't know if you've seen this. Have you watched it?
I tried finding it. No, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Find it and send it to me. Yeah.
Will do. Basically, there's a thread where... Sorry, to summarise the plot. Sorry, I'll come back to that. They're in London. They've just finished the tour. They're burnt out. Brotherly love isn't there. They don't get along because they're all so different. And in a pub, drunkenly, Joe Jonas says to Father Christmas, who in this film is played by Jesse Tyler Ferguson, who you all know from Modern Family and other things. He says, God, I just wish that we could get along better together. So Santa Claus curses them so they won't get back in time for Christmas. Like, they won't leave London, they won't leave the UK, or won't get back to America, basically. You've also got Randall Park in there as their manager, Brad. You've got Billy Lords, who plays Cassidy. That's, of course, you know, Carrie Fisher's daughter.
Yeah.
She's such a great comedic actress. Everything I see her in is brilliant, and she's so funny. I really hope she gets a big break soon and, like, leads a film, because she's so good. She should definitely do a rom-com and, you know, act opposite someone great, because she deserves it. She's very, very good. You've got KJ Apper in there as well. And yeah, basically their plane gets struck by lightning, and then another plane gets struck by lightning, and they lose their passports, and it all goes wrong. And they get to the point where, like, right, Nick, you were in a Broadway show that ran for 3 weeks, which was a Home Alone adaptation. This is obviously isn't true. But he goes along to see Ethan, who's played by Andrew Barth Feldman from No Hard Feelings and a couple of other comedy bits. Also, I guess he has a background in musical theatre because he sings like an angel as well. And there's this scene where he's having an intimate gig, like an intimate evening with this Broadway actor. And the Jonas Brothers break in. They're like, hi, we're here. And obviously that's very distracting. And he's like, oh my God, Nick, come up to the front. And Nick Jonas was cast as the dad of Ethan, right? So they then have this really awkward sing-off where they clearly have had this massive falling out over the Broadway thing. And they both then try and outdo each other. And like the pianist is just playing the same verse over and over again. And they are each time like doing more and more vocal runs and singing higher and higher. And it just gets so awful. It ends with both of them just like yelling and screeching. It's so funny. And it's just the most melodramatic, daft scene I've seen this year. And you can't help but be like, damn it, they're having fun. And it is infectious, the energy in this film. It's cheap, it's cheesy, and it's exactly what you want from a silly little Christmas film. Like, it's not The Holiday, it's not Love Actually. It's something you can watch without crying. You can just sit back, drink an eggnog, have a mince pie, and soak up the Christmas energy. And I think that's all you want sometimes, and for that purpose it really delivers. But this Home Alone song in particular, the lyrics are atrocious, deliberately so. And like the other two brothers are just looking on with bewilderment. I think Joe says, wow, I can't believe this didn't run for more weeks. And Kevin's like, I can. Like, it's just deliberately dreadful. And wow, it's yeah, what a scene. What a scene. When I watched it, I was like, oh man, this is really good. So you have that on one side that's just really funny and tongue-in-cheek. And then you've also got like low-key bangers that also have humour thrown in. Like Best Night, which I think is the opening song in this film, is such a tune. And it's really fun. They're all dressing up as like other celebrities and going through clubs. And I think, you know the guy that does the Greeters Guild on Instagram? And he's like, hello, sir, welcome to Weatherspoons. Our sticky carpets won't let you leave.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Yes, yeah.
I think he's in it briefly, doing a bit of lip syncing, which is quite fun as well, as a nice little cameo for the UK culture scene. But yeah, if you're a fan of the Jonas Brothers, you'll love it. And if you're a fan of cheesy Hallmark films, you'll also have a great time.
Thank you for listening this week for absolute hilarious and informative reviews there from Adam Barlow. I think today we had good fun, my friend.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if we reviewed any films. I can't quite remember. I think I blacked out about 3 minutes in. But as long as you think it went well, that's all that matters to me.
I'm sure our listeners will be enthralled to listen. Next week, we are going to be reviewing the big one of the month, Wicked for Good, or as I believe Empire have branded it, Wicked for Good, but not for great. And the reviews have been pretty poor, not going to lie. So that's something to look forward to. Go in with low expectations. Yeah, we'll be reviewing that next week. If you'd like to email in, just like Josh Brooker did this week, or like Jenna did last week, or like Lenny Walker does sometimes, you can do that. It's hello@movieonup.com.
Absolutely. And you can also head to our social media accounts, Instagram and TikTok. The handles for both those platforms are @MovieOnUp. Absolutely.
I'm going to start streaming myself building Lego on there. Once I've got a living room, which should be in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to try and do a live stream building Lego. I think that could get a listener. I think if you like Lego, you'd probably like this podcast. I think that's probably a common denominator there. So, yeah, keep your ears peeled.
I agree. That's a great idea. And it might be of interest to the listeners. I also treat myself to the Lego Millennium Falcon this week because it was on deal. So I got it for about 400 quid when it should have been 735. So I was pretty chuffed with that one.
Pretty good bargain there, my friend. Thanks for recording today. It's been good fun.
It has. It has. Always a joy. No, always a pleasure, never a chore. Yeah, that's the phrase.
Always a chore, never a pleasure.
One for the sizzle reel, my friend.
That is a transition and a half there, Adam Barlow. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.